You ever wondered why you wake up tired? Why you wake up with a headache? And why you have such a difficult time getting your body out of bed? I bet you most people watching this have these symptoms that I just talked about 4 or 5 times a week, so most days. And the simple answer and the obvious answer, actually, once you begin to observe the cycles of your body and how your body works, is that upon waking up, you are in a fasted state. A fasted state is a state of detoxification. When your body hasn't had any food or any water in it for an extended period of time, it begins to detoxify itself. And this is why when you wake up, you have this foul smell in your breath. This is the smell of the toxins being kicked out of your body. And most toxins actually get kicked out of your body via the breath. So this is why upon waking up, you have really, unpleasant smell. And if you do nothing, okay, if you follow along Lao Tzu's formula of when nothing is done, nothing is left undone. If let's say you carry out an intermittent dry fast, say you wake up around 8 o'clock and you've got a headache and you're just groggy and tired and right? If you do nothing, actually, you just go on about your day, no eating, no drinking, you will see that right around 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock, so 11, 12, late morning, mid noon, you will see that the smell, that unpleasant smell, actually decreased in intensity, because the body has cycles. It's tuned into nature. It's very much plugged into nature, and no matter how far away you are from nature and how secluded you are away from nature, uh, how what's the word I'm looking for here? Not secluded per se, sheltered. There we go. We got the word. No matter how sheltered you are from nature, in a little apartment, in this big city with these, concrete jungle buildings, you're still tuned into nature one way or another. And if you actually do that, no matter where you are, just wake up with the same detox symptoms and you do nothing, right around 11, 12, the smell will decrease in intensity, that unpleasant smell of the toxins leaving your body, and you will feel a burst of energy, an increase in your energy levels, because that's just cycles. Your body around that time stops, or not stops, your body never stops the detoxification process. It lessens its intensity, and it gives you energy to go on about the day, because you're hooked to the elements. So that's the mid noon, is the mid sun, the highest energy of the day. So then you, because you're tuned into your elements, you also get into your highest energy. And so from 12, just out of nowhere, even if you didn't do anything, again, you will feel the detox symptoms lessen. You'll feel more energy. Now, what most people do, because they really don't understand what's going on, is when they wake up, they'll drink coffee, they'll have some kind of a stimulant, smoke weed, drink coffee, something or other, eat food, that's a stimulant also. And so then that smell goes away, the body stops detoxifying, but then obviously nighttime comes and the body wants to detoxify itself again. The only problem with constantly stopping this natural detoxification process is the toxins ain't going nowhere. All you did is you stopped the detoxification process by ingesting a stimulant or type of any food, really, fruits to a lesser degree, but any food you ingest is going to stop the detoxification, and it's going to give you some dopamine, and it's going to, again, momentarily, temporarily stop the detoxification. Now you might say, well, isn't that a loophole, Saeed? We can just eat something and stop the detox. No, these toxins aren't going nowhere. Your body is very, 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 very genius at storing information, because you're in information field. So your body will store traumas, it will store physical toxins, It's very good at storing. And so what happens is people who continuously stop the detoxification process from taking its full course, and they again assault their bodies with the wrong types of food, eating at the wrong times, the toxins ain't going nowhere. So what ends up happening is you'll get a cold, because that's what a cold is, what a flu is. It's an accumulation of toxins manifested in a sickness, okay? And then eventually you'll come up with some kind of a chronic disease. Something will happen. Arthritis, too many toxins getting stuck in one of your knees, or in your shoulders, or some kind of a heart problem, blood pressure, you name it, a chronic disease. Dis-ease, because your body is in a state of dis-ease because it isn't allowed to carry out its natural processes, if you will. Now, how do you wake up with energy? What do you do about that? How do you avoid, so-called avoid this feeling, right? That you wake up, you're groggy, and you have a headache. Well, the very fact that you wake up groggy with a headache is a feedback loop, is an indication that you have a toxic body and something needs to be done. Your diet may need to change. You may need to incorporate some intermittent fasting, some water fasting, some dry fasting. Change your eating habits. Eat foods that cause the least amount of mucus, the least amount of toxins, etc., etc., etc. And it is possible after a certain period of time of cleaning up the body to sort of get up at 7 or 8 a.m. and really be wired. If you go on like a full week of intermittent dry fasting of say 20 hours a day, right around the fifth, sixth, depending on the level of toxicity of your body, the first few days you're gonna wake up with like all kinds of detox symptoms. Okay? But let's give you an example here. You could try this. Try to go on 1 week intermittent dry fasting, meaning, for 20 hours or so during the day, you're not drinking, you're not eating. Okay? And then for those 4 hours, drink fruit juice and eat only fruits, high water content fruits preferably. Now do that for a week. The first few days, you're gonna wake up and you're gonna be in rough shape because your body's just going into deep detox, because let's say you wake up and you're already into your 15th hour of dry fast and you only drank like fruit juice and ate maybe papayas and watermelon the day before. Your body's going straight in, like it's gonna stay in detox and it's gonna just kind of cruise into it. First few days, you're gonna wake up with more headaches than usual, more grogginess than usual. You're gonna just drag yourself out of bed because your body now is like it's allowed to carry this natural process of detoxifying itself. The one you continuously stop with frequent eating and eating the wrong types of food and ingesting stimulants. Okay, which again will eventually down the line lead to a cold because too much accumulated toxins, and then you'll have all kinds of pains and aches and chronic issues. These toxins have to go somewhere. They have to be secreted out or they stay in. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. So you try that 1 week. Okay, do that experiment. Again, first few days, again, if you're toxic, maybe even more than the first few days. Okay, just it's not gonna be so pleasant when you wake up. You're really gonna have to be gentle in the morning on yourself because it's just your body's just gonna go into detox if all you're consuming 4 hours a day is like fruit juice and some fruits and then 20 hours of dry fasting. Yeah. But then maybe again it depends on the person. Maybe right around the fifth, sixth day, you're gonna get up in the morning without an alarm, just like that, around 7, 8, and you're gonna be like, whoa, what's going on here? You're gonna have more clarity. Those headaches you usually wake up with are, like, they're not really there, and you're like, whoa, oh boy, oh, interesting. You're gonna be like, damn, I feel good. And then if you actually go on and do the experiment, extend it for another week, that second week you're gonna wake up feeling pretty damn good because your body now is getting cleaner and cleaner and cleaner from toxins. So take it, if you want to know how toxic you are right now, the state of affairs of your body, do an intermittent dry fast. Do a dry fast. Okay, stop drinking and eating around, let's say, 6 p.m. Okay, and don't eat, don't drink, and just go sleep, wake up the next day. Okay, how you wake up the next day is a good determination of how toxic your body is. Say you wake up around 8 a.m., you've already done 14 hours of dry fast. Your body is it's waking up, it's still in a state of detox, okay? If you wake up groggy the next day, you got some cleanup to do. Now, if for by stroke of good luck you wake up and the energy is okay, just try the experiment for a week. Okay, try it for a week. Always, these things. One day is really not a very good indication, but try the experiment for a week. Stop eating, drinking around 6 p.m. and just wait and just see how do you wake up the next day. How do you wake up in the morning around 7 8? And if you're waking up groggy, headaches, this and that, yeah, your body got a lot of stuff to clean up. Your body's just speaking to you, saying, "Look, um, what's going on is we've got a lot of toxins in here, and we want to clean them up. So can you help me? Can we sort of carry out this experiment here?" And so you're always speaking to your body, kind of thing, right? Don't take it personally. Just because you wake up and you're like this, it's like, no, you should be actually grateful. Like, okay, I know what's going on. I know what's up. And like I said, if you carry this intermittent dry fasting lifestyle, and you carry it out and try a 2 week experiment again on that second week, I'm not saying you're gonna wake up with God energy, because there's probably still much more to clean up. As far as your body's concerned, you're probably gonna have to go into prolonged dry fasts or water fasts to actually really fully get to that full clean stage, which I'm nowhere near right now. But again, you do that experiment, 20-hour intermittent dry fasting, guarantee you by the second week, if you're eating only fruits and fruit juices, guarantee you by that second week, you're going to wake up with a lot more energy in the morning, a lot more clarity, and because the body has less toxins to clean out. It still is cleaning out. If you check your tongue, like right now, look, it's white. That's mucus. That's the body cleaning itself up. And I woke up pretty groggy today because again, I'm sort of gotten myself into a bit of a binge a couple of days ago, and so yeah. So I mean, I was doing so good too. I was doing so good up until then, and then I just lost myself. I was doing so good, like I was progressively waking up with more energy, and then I went on like a massive binge, right? And it kind of carried out over a little bit yesterday. It was to a lesser extent, so I got more mucus today and woke up groggy. But again, I contemplated on the matter, and I'm starting to observe a pattern here. I'm starting to observe a pattern. So yeah, the body is naturally in a detoxification state between 7 and 11. So it's actually, it's kind of scary how, most people wake up with an alarm and they drink coffee in the morning and they have to get to work and they rush, when that period of the day, actually the body's still in a detox state. The body doesn't sort of let go or loosen up on that detoxification state naturally by itself until about noon. And then from noon until about 8 p.m., 9 p.m., you've got lots of energy. Then 9 p.m., the body oozes into its detox state of affairs again. Okay? And if you're a toxic person, like 99.9% of humanity, you're actually in sort of a naturally detoxification phase from about 9 p.m. all the way until about 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. the next day. And then you get your energy if you're observing and letting nature do her thing through you. Okay, but then of course, again, people will wake up, will drink coffee, stimulants, they'll eat food right away, breakfast, they'll break the fast, they'll break the detox, and they'll go on about their day thinking, well, I got more energy and stuff. But again, it's just like, man, it's just a disaster waiting to happen, right? It's just a disaster. It's not working with the cycles, it's not working with the energies, it's not working with Mother Nature. It's not obeying the mother and her wisdom and the laws of the Father, the cosmic laws. These are all cosmic laws. And I start to really, really learn about these things because, I mean, look where I live. I've never been this hooked to nature in my life as far as the cycles. Like, I am so aware of how this body is constantly changing in energy because I spend a great deal of my day hanging out here, or like actually, what am I saying? I'm always out in the open air. I'm always in nature. What am I saying? I'm always in nature. So I've never been able to observe how the human body is plugged into nature the way I have been able to in the last few months. Like I see it'll be 8 p.m. and I'll be sitting here, and then I'll start to yawn, and then I'll start to, get in more of an alpha state. The brainwaves change into an alpha waves, and I'm just sitting here maybe in silence or just maybe music or watching something, and I'll just observe. I'll just observe. I'll observe how the body's just so hooked into nature, in its cycles, and I'll be like, oh, okay, that's what's going on. The body's now going into it's now going into detox. Now it's digesting the food, and it's detoxifying all the old toxins, and it's taking in all the toxins from the food, and it's detoxifying them. I realize that. But if I eat late, I mess up with the cycles. Like 2 days ago when I went on a binge, I ate really late, all the way up until 10 a.m., 10 p.m., 11 p.m. I couldn't sleep until 2 because, of course, I stimulated the system. What happens when you eat a lot or you binge? Heart rate goes up. Stimulant. So it's stimulated. So I literally saw this because I started eating like late. I ate 9 p.m. But before that, an hour before, I was already going into detox. I was already yawning. My body wanted to go and sleep and get some rest. It was preparing itself. Then I get all this food. Then the heart rate goes up because it's got to process all this food. Now I get the I had to go for like an hour and a half walk because I ate so much and I was just so full of energy. That's why you get energy after eating. It's like it's fake, right? It's like fake. It just delays the inevitable. Okay, I could sleep until 2:30, 2 a.m., 2:30 a.m., probably something like that, 2 3, you know, because I was just my heart rate, blah, 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 goes up, and I get stimulated, you see. And of course then you gotta pay the price the next day, and it's a whole it's, I mean, it's a, it's just, it's you breaking cosmic laws, breaking your connection with the cycles, with the elements. So it's very important to be mindful of that and mindful of the whole process. And if you would like to wake up with lots of energy, the ultimate solution would be to clean up the body, which takes the course of many weeks, many months, many years. If you want to get to the full healing that Arnold Air talks about, then you've got to take some pretty like drastic measures. Complete overhaul of the diet, and incorporating juice fast, water fast, and ultimately the king of all healing is dry fasting. And yeah, if you want to get straight to the top, you just start getting into the dry fasts. So respect the body, respect the cycles. That time, that period between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m., you're tired and you're groggy for a reason. You ain't gotta resist the Tao. It just means let the body clean itself. It means also time to do something about my lifestyle, because a clean body will not feel these symptoms in the morning. A clean body will wake up feeling like vigor, like ready to go, like this, like eyes wide open, and ready to go. And a clean body will do so consistently. It won't be like, because sometimes you'll wake up with a lot of energy because, I don't know, you're excited for something. You're excited for something the next day and you wake up with a lot of energy. But do you consistently wake up with a lot of energy, or were you just hooked? Like, if you, let's say you're traveling that day, you're traveling somewhere you really want to travel to, you'll wake up like hooked up, right? Even though maybe, you know, usually you would wake up groggy and headache. But can you consistently, which is why I say carry out the experiment for 2 weeks of stop eating and drinking at 6 p.m. and then see how you feel the next morning. Carry it out for 2 weeks, and to really get an idea, if you really want to get scientific about it. Because it's, again, sometimes you wake up, you're excited, you get a meeting today, an important, you get a date, right? Something really is going on that's exciting you for that day. But is it consistently happening? And a clean body and a clean psyche, right? A clean body and a clean mind will consistently get up in the morning with a lot of vigor, with a lot of energy, naturally. I mean, if you wake up and you're groggy and you gotta sit down and meditate for an hour just to come out of it, your body ain't clean, your psyche ain't clean. That's why you have to do all these things, and you have to sit there for an hour to meditate, and you have to, just to come out of the groggy, tired, headache feeling, which is just all detox symptoms in the morning. But if you authentically wake up and you're like, oh, nice day, hey, you don't gotta meditate, you ain't gotta do nothing, you're just like, damn, like I know if I do that, if I get really clean, and I'm on the intermittent dry fast for a prolonged period, and I've been eating fruits and fruit juices, right around the second week, which again was happening up until the binge. I screwed up with the binge. My brother was here, and we just kind of, anyway, these things happen, right? You enjoy them, and then you learn from them, like I'm learning now and sharing, right? But yeah, if you do that and you're consistent with it, like, you'll wake up and you're probably gonna want to, like, man, you just want to dance in the morning. You just wake up. You ain't gotta sit down and meditate for an hour or do this or because you wake up, you're clean, right? Your body isn't having to go through all this depth to clean up the toxins. It still is. There's probably still got toxins in there. If you go on a prolonged dry fast or water fast, you'll get in a deeper detox. But your body's, at that level of cleanliness where at least it doesn't wake up with all this grogginess. And then, like, I was waking up and I just wake up and, like, let's dance, baby, let's dance. No need to meditate, no need to do nothing. It's that the energy is already flowing naturally, otherwise, uh, if you're not eating properly and if you're not giving the body enough time to heal and detox, yeah, you'll wake up, wait until about noon for the detox symptoms to clear up. Like today, I'm groggy, honest to God. I'm just coming out of it because I had to meditate. It's almost, I think, 10 or 11 a.m. So I'm coming out of it now. I'm energetic enough to make the videos. Okay, still haven't consumed anything, no water, no food. But I'm learning now. I'm seeing the cycles. I'm seeing the importance of actually abstaining. I'm seeing the importance of intermittent dry fasting to give the body enough time to detox. And I'm seeing the importance of keeping the window of consumption short and just keeping it to juices and fruits, and doing so consistently. Okay, so very important. Hopefully the insights will help you. Observe your body. It's very important. Experiential knowledge is the most powerful form of knowledge, because then you know. You don't have to ask anybody. You don't have to go on the internet, look up, watch some asshole like me tell you this. You know this experientially. Okay. Thank you to all the Patreons, the lovely Patreons. The energy is coming up now. I can feel it. I mean, we got another 2-3 videos in the vault after. So yeah, so I could feel my body now coming out of the detox and sort of, because it's almost noon now, you see. Yeah, I'm just gonna get back into the intermittent dry fasting every day, 18 to 20 hours. Get back on just juices and fruits. And in a few days, I know I'll wake up wanting to just dance and sing, then because the body would have got itself in a cleaner state. So it doesn't have to go through this detoxification. I mean, it's so long, Anyway, thank you to all the Patreons for their support. Here's a kiss for everybody. All the people that make the one-time donations on PayPal. The generosity that I receive is overwhelming. Thank you, guys. Instagram, Saeed Mobayed. Description has the links for Patreon and PayPal. And until next time, may the force be with you.